have a story developing which could be a bigger story as we go forward. This feels like the beginning of what could be a little bit of an avalanche in sports. Christian McCaffrey, Stanford running back, is going to skip the bowl game to focus on the NFL draft. Now, last week I said I would support Fournette, Leonard Fournette, the running back for LSU, for skipping his bowl game. I don't think you should skip a bowl game if it's a national championship semifinal. I don't think you should skip regular season bowl games. A lot of the media, and the media tends to, the sports media, I think, leans more left than the political media. It's, these kids don't get paid. They should never risk injury. Oh, be quiet. None of you played football. It's a rough sport. Guys get hurt. But I have no problem with a running back skipping a bowl game when it's a second-tier bowl game. I have no problem with that. Fournette and Christian McCaffrey are not playing for the national championship. Bowl games are money grabs. They're money grabs. Most are unwatchable. Fans don't go to these games. If you're 500 now, you essentially get a bowl game. Yuck. I don't have a problem with players skipping bowl games if they're star players and they're going to be first-round picks. They're playing by different rules. Those kids didn't get paid. They worked their tails off. They carried their teams. Running back is the position in football where you get hit repeatedly and don't see it coming. I don't have a problem. And all these people that complain about the 8-team playoff, it's too many games, and it ruins the college football regular season. No, you know what ruins the college football regular season? Those 2 to 3 body bag games in September that are unwatchable, and you force the fans to pay full boat for. If I was going to change college football, the first thing I would do is force everybody to play 9 in-conference games. Then I'll give you 1 cupcake to start your season, and then the season's over. I would have 6 bowl games. That's it. I'd have the Rose Bowl, the Sugar Bowl, the Fiesta Bowl, the Orange Bowl, the Cotton Bowl, and the Peach Bowl, and that's it. So therefore, you would have 3 playoff bowl games and 3 non-playoff games. And I mean, ask yourself this year, outside of the big games, which are, Alabama, Washington, Clemson, Ohio State, and the winner of those games, what do you really want to watch? You want to watch the Rose Bowl, USC, Penn State. Then you want to watch the game Michigan's in against Florida State. Boy, it dries up really fast after that. I would give the South a couple of bowl games because they like the sport more. I'd give them the Sugar and the Peach. I'd give a Texas one in the Cotton. I'd give Florida one in the Orange. Then I'd have the Fiesta and the Rose, which are always good. The Rose Bowl's the best bowl game. Outside of the national championship, Rose Bowl's the best bowl game, has been for years. But I'd force teams to play 9 games, and then I'd have 6 bowls. Well, that's unfair. The sport's already geographically unfair. It's financially unfair. Purdue's never going to be Ohio State. Get over it. You have 6 bowl games, 12 teams involved, and those are the elite of the elite. The fans win, you win, the student athlete wins. He gets 10 games in, can study, can go see his family during the Christmas holidays. That's the way I would do college football. Everybody's got to play 9 in conference. You get 1 body bag game, and then most of you don't go to a bowl game. Because I think these things are money grabs, and I don't think the student athlete benefits at all. He is a target, especially if you're a running back and going to be a first-round pick. And that's kind of the way I've always felt with it. I think we got too many bowl games and too many body bag games and too many games that don't matter. And I don't necessarily think players in college should be paid. I don't think you go to college to make money. I think you go to college to learn how to make money. But I do think you should pay them for their digital impressions. I do think, I look at college sports as an opportunity. We always just pay attention to football because it makes the most money. I look at all of these colleges as opportunities, and you do what you want with your opportunity. I mean, I've heard some of the more left-leaning people in our business, it's indentured servants and this. Oh, give me a break. Your kid gets a scholarship to play baseball at Stanford. You don't see that as an opportunity in life? Your kid gets an opportunity to play football at BYU or Rutgers. You don't see that as an opportunity? Those are good schools. But bowl game, money grab, your star wants to sit out, no problem with it. And I think it's, this morning, John, you said this. This feels like something we're going to see a lot more of. Like, this wouldn't have happened if it didn't happen to Fournette, and now it happens to McCaffrey. This is going to happen. If the players aren't going to get paid, and the media is going to drive this, the media is going to love this story. Because the media is already all on these guys are getting abused, and these aren't opportunities, and they're being used, and they're going to love this story with McCaffrey. But in this instance, I support it. Absolutely. My bowl system's fairly draconian, but let's be honest, you don't watch any of those bowls after that 6 Alamo Bowl's not bad. Holiday Bowl's not bad. Sun Bowl's not bad on CBS. They're not bad bowl games, but they're largely useless. And the other thing you're seeing in college football outside of the big programs is everybody's like changing jobs. So half the time you get into these bowl games, you're losing your staff, you're unprepared. You go to a bowl game, you get smoked. You know, the kids are dealing with like assistants who have been moved up because everybody else is leaving on the staff. It's just a mess. Bowl system's just a mess outside of 6 games. The Rose, the Sugar, the Fiesta, the Orange, the Cotton, and the Peach. Peter King is next, where Colin was right, where Colin was wrong on a Monday. We are stoked and packed. It's The Herd.